So back to choose the other chromatic door. Okay, that's got 2 votes. So this time, we would be going back through with Luna. Alice! Luna! The green door!
Right.
I'm coming.
They both took off for the door, and I followed behind to run. I glanced back over my shoulder in time to see the others head into their respective doors. Phi, Dio, and Kay ducked into the red door, just as Tenmyoji carried Quark through the blue door, Clover right on his heels.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Sigma makes more sense with Alpha or Omega there. Whoa, is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
That's unfortunate.
What's this thing here?
It looks like the device next to the number 9 door.
Why don't you try pulling the lever?
Might as well. Huh? Look at the door on the right.
It opened.
Huh. That doesn't make sense. Why would just the one on the right open? How do you open the other 2?
You're probably just overthinking it. That door opened. That means we're going through it. Bring it on.
But...
Don't go soft on me now. I'll leave you behind.
Come on, Sigma, let's go.
Theo thought he was serving the Alpha, at least. The Alpha of Brother. What is this place?
It is kind of confusing, isn't it?
Yes, this is the door we went through with Kay. Kind of. During a search.
What is it for?
Well, I think it looks like some sort of workroom.
If you say so. We should split up and search it.
We need to find, key cards with moon symbols on them, right?
Yes. They should be somewhere in this room.
Alright, let's get to it. So, welcome to the Golem Bay. We have a big star-shaped hole in the wall here. An Egyptian mummy robot. It looks like a robot, Alice. Uh-huh. And we have a radio. A radio with no source of power. Fair enough. A robot-y thing. Little puddle of oil. And a block that looks like a chevron. It's Science Boy's cousin. There we go. That's who it is. Yeah, technically that is a hexagon. Technically. And the safe down there that we can't do anything with yet because we have nothing to work with. What's Disco? Disco's dead. Most of the buttons are boring, but this one speaks to you, huh, Sigma? Yeah, big red button on a plate with black and yellow stripes. Yeah, it wouldn't stream Don't Press Me louder if it said Don't Press Me on it. Yeah, it seems a little off. And Luna just presses it. Yeah, something trying to start up and didn't work. I have German disco at my disposal. You remember that, right? Computer monitor. Nothing on. Well, we have this. So we can check the tuning buttons 4 times here. And let's see, that one moves it forward 3. Yep, 3. That one moves it forward, it looks like 5. Nope. Yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7. Nope, that didn't work either. Okay, so we have no idea what to do with that. Lotus, you are not. Harold, ID 11010. Another chevron block in his pocket. Okay. Now it kind of looks like a butterfly. A binder. Well, you could put it up to cover up your chest, but, you know, that's just me. Alice, stop it. So, let's take a look at the frequency list. Let's see, frequency 400 Hertz for ID 11010. Well, we happen to have this still up and running. So what we need is to move that to, or... We gotta press the button 4 times. To make it move 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 times. What? What was that noise? What was that noise? Look! So, what do we got here? So now we have a blueprint of this room, huh? Okay. And there's a big X on where that table is. B on off, huh? Okay. Along with what looks like 12 slots. A poster. Little unsettling, yeah. Big red eye in the middle. A good old internet connection squealing. Wonder how many people that played this game have no idea what that sound actually is. Yeah, we found another one of those. And they do make a star when we put them all together. Neat. That looks kind of important, but, you know. Apparently it is not important. That looks important, though. Battery A. We now have a rusty key. Okay. Nothing else of use there. And back to here. We happen to have a star-shaped thing with us. But it doesn't fit inside that hole. We happen to have a puddle of oil here, so maybe... Now we have an oil-covered key. And with a key that is no longer too rusty to do anything. It's a bottle of detergent. Okay. Screwdriver, always useful in a room. A silver key. If we had only seen another keyhole around somewhere. Okay, so let's see. What was I supposed... What exact step did I need to follow now? Thank you, Captain Obvious. Okay, eradicates grease and oil stains. Detergent by itself isn't going to be enough. We need something to actually wipe with. Where did I find the rag? Red glowing eyes. That's not a good sign. Yes, cat. I know you are here. I know you exist. Can you please stop pawing at my chest? Yeah, it's a Terminator. We're in trouble. Thankfully, it hadn't bothered to get up yet. So what do we have that could serve as a rag around here? Nothing in there. Seems like it should have worked, but it did not. Okay, I'm missing something, and I can't recall what. What did I have to do now? Ah, this is frustrating. There's something I need to click on or do. Okay. I really need to go pee, so give me just 1 second and I'll be right back to continue this. Okay, let's go back to searching here. Okay, it's not going to let me click down there. There we go. Okay. That's the pixel I was not hunting. And now we have a handle for that. So we have a tablet we found that needs screws removed. And there's also short 2 batteries. Okay, now we have the steering wheel. That's... And by turning the wheel, we have just lowered down a bunch of robots. One of them with boxers on. One of them with a battery in its hand. Enter the password. We do not have a password. Is this a movie tie-in game? This room could be, yeah. We have just unleashed the Terminators. That was great. Maybe they'll do a dance number for us later. Nothing there. Yeah, why would you hide a diary in your crotch? The shorts of obfuscation. So, boxers. Blue striped boxers. So, maybe we can use them to wipe something. We actually have to combine them with the detergent first. Now we have detergent-soaked boxers. Better than other things that boxers could be soaked with, I will say that. And now we have something, this is 120V. Okay then. So now that we've called down the Terminators, let's turn them on, huh? Aw, not enough. Here we go, that's what I was looking for. Ah, yes, this minigame. Numbers in the middle of each wire indicate voltage of the wires. So, we use the 120V. We want 120 volts coming to this side. And that turns out to be 145. So it's kind of like, you know, pipe puzzles you've seen, only we've got to make sure we get the right number here. So we need to take off 25 total. Okay. Take off 30 total. It's 140. Ten more, so there we go. Just had to figure out how to wheedle it around there. Aha. And now we should be able to boot up the robots here. I didn't like that noise any better. That just got significantly more creepy. Okay, so we have come all this way. to get to this part of the puzzle, to where what we need to look at, obviously, the eyes. And if you write this down the correct way, got a big nope, huh? So basically, don't mind me just writing down the order of all this stuff. What you are meant to do here is take a note of which eyes are, well, lit and which ones are not. And you go back to this, and we figure out what code is basically here. So basically, if you write down the, you basically write down the eyes that are lit with like a circle, you write down the ones that are not with an X, and you just kind of go in the order you see them, and you can spell something out. So let's say we had off, on, off, off, on, off, on, off. So and let's see, and C goes there. Then NI, then OS, CF, E and N were both off, H and C, right there, O, E, P, E. So, by just going down and picking out the letters that are represented by lights that are off, we get the word reminisce. By picking out the lights that are on, it actually spells out beacon of hope. So with that, we can, I believe we want to enter that one first. And we get a nice blue color for our effort. The Eye of Ishimaru. You wish it was the Eye of Ishimaru. And by the beacon of hope, we will get the other password. So, with the passwords. Did someone that commit into the game? Who knows? We get the gold file that we will be ignoring. And if you're asking why I'm still bothering with the gold files, well, getting all the gold files unlocks the secret ending. And besides, there's no reason not to. And here's the map we hate. We get our moon cards. A note. Here are some our AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Yeah, so all 3 of us cannot abstain. And yeah, we have a funny little plug thing here. Hello, J. Bruin.
Hold up, Governor.
Excuse me? Was that you, Luna?
No.
Then Alice?
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Then...
Oh, yeah, that was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look! What is that?
Oh, blimey, that hurts. Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
It's a robot.
And it's talking.
With an accent.
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half.
And just to let you know, in the Japanese version, this guy has a Kansei accent. Kind of generic, you know, lower class person type thing. But yes, it's talking to us now. With a cockney accent. I love parts of this game at times.
Now, Alice, darling.
A cockney Terminator.
Do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse? Why, that's right cruel it is. You really think I asked for this? See, they figured they'd give us all a, what you call them, personality. Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
Those are good looks from the two of them for this. So, what the hell are you?
Cooper.
If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut.
Right you are, me old son, right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say? Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Golem?
Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore. They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
Localization team. Yeah, you really should not have changed the name of the Myrmidons. It fits so much better the other way.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The Golem of Myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different, though. The original blokes are spelt Golem, but me and me mates are Gaulem. That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine.
And yes, for those people that don't know, Cooper is the term for someone that makes barrels for a living. Go figure.
The truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the golem thing in there, you know? What with us being robots and all.
So, should I just call you Gollum?
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are golems too. I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique. I figure that's as good a name as any.
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
Whoa.
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking the mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
I think they picked Cockney for this guy just because they wanted to use every quaint, well, to their minds quaint, British slang they could get away with in that accent.
Golm?
Gollum.
Come on, man, that's just Gollum.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
I'm waiting for Mary Poppins to show up, really. Alright, Gollum, you said Alice darling a little bit ago, right?
What? A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her darling. What I'm saying is you called her Alice. How'd you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna. I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
How?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw. And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, you know? Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time. So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
We have a new friend. Yes, yes we do.
Does that mean...
You're Zero Junior?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious? Oh, you gotta be off your box if you think I'm young Master Zero. The young master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place. My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
So, golems are kind of like Zero Jr.'s servants?
No, not quite, Guv'nah, not quite. I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Of course not.
Right you are, missus. It'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains. Well, we're like your arms or legs. The golem's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body. Which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Spot on. So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like whoop whoop whoop, and eventually my body picks them up.
Like whoop whoop whoop.
Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body. That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts.
This kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it? We heard something very much like this in the first game.
If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
Technically bone marrow.
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Jr.?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running. That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us. I'm an independent core. Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what Golem stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Guv'nah? I watched you cross your arms just now.
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we? Curl on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes. That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, I think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea? When you turn a page in your book? Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy? Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Well, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy. That's how us golems and the young master get along. You got it all sorted now, chums?
Then you're saying that Zero Jr. is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto! Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
You're a robot. How can your shoulders get stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years. The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, love? 'Cause you lot turned me on is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh, yeah, that button on top of the safe.
Right you are, Guv'nah.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me. I got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
I see. So, you aren't going to answer my question?
Huh? What question is that?
I asked you how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got a bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart to flutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick. So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Without waiting for an answer, Gollum launched into his explanation. Somewhere, a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside the room can use to slide slips of paper to the girl. On the pieces of paper are questions written, naturally, in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But, how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she's never even heard it. So, for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received and slip that answer back to the slot. Once the Chinese questions begin to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself, why, I can't read these at all. Whatever am I to do? It is at that moment she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers that they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but show Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming. More and more and more of them. She finds a secret set of characters that correspond to the set of characters on the paper and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here, they give her some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. When was your first kiss? When I was 14. He was a grade ahead of me in school. What color of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? Beat the stuffing whoever's sending me these questions with the pan you cooked that twice-cooked pork in. All of these questions were written in Chinese, and the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper, with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she didn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway.
Yes?
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Can't say there is. This tickles me fancy, I guess.
You're kind of a jerk.
But the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Kind of a jerk. Exactly. Uh-huh. Yeah. Thanks for that, Sigma.
What?
Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them. You see? After all, far as they can tell, they're having a nice little chinway with one of their countrymen.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders, or a robot feeling pain?
You thick? I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from its unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing. It's the same, innit? Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, missy. You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot. Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh? What if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain? Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person. You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, Guv'nah.
Why'd you stop us?
Ah, right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mite excited is all.
For yonks.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you lot.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts at the moment, but I ain't really supposed to. Same thing for the rest of the blokes here. Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
Command violation.
Yo.
Rogue processes detected. Product ID GTMCMGOLM. Executing emergency deactivation.
Hell, there goes Golem.
GTMCMGOLM. Now inactive. No other rogue processes detected in additional Golem platforms. Returning to surveillance mode.